What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another IAnthonyD video. Today we're talking about Halloween the Game project, and honestly I think this is one of the last times we'll be talking about this project as we get a little bit more clarity because the developers finally respond. Now in the last video, if you haven't seen, make sure you go check that out, but pretty much there was this huge falling out between one of their artists and the entire dev team. Now one of the artists, aka Mark, which just for all clarity, I have spoken to Mark in the DMs, I have spoken to the developer team in the DMs. Both of them seem like really nice people. Both of them have been very friendly and open with me. I'm just a third-party observer, just trying to lay out the information for you guys as clearly and as unbiased as possible. But a lot of you guys simply wanted me to interview Mark. You guys seem to sympathize with his story and you wanted to know more about him. I didn't do a full interview, but I just simply asked him what was going on, what happened. This is what he replied to me on Discord. He said, "Well, it started with me coming online one day and I looked at the Discord. Apparently Kevin deleted it. When I asked him why, he wouldn't give me a straightforward answer. Then he DM'd me telling me how the Discord should be a server for people just to chat, and it wasn't professional enough. For a few hours, we didn't really like each other. Then one of the French users started asking questions. Kevin replies in French. I went on Google Translate and I found out that he actually didn't trust an American on a French team. I got mad and I asked why I shouldn't be trusted. Then he goes to say that all 3D artists were actually a part of a comparison secretly between each other, and they would decide who to pay and who to drop. With the fact that there's a chance I won't get paid, I freaked out on him. Then the owner of the team messaged me on Twitter and just told me to delete the server. I did, and I started ranting on Twitter about what Kevin told me. Soon enough, they deleted all their social medias." So now what he is saying is basically, something common in the game development world is what they'll do is they'll get 5 or 6 artists. They'll tell them all to make one house, and then they will, whoever makes the best house, they'll hire that person and pay that person. Now they didn't tell this to Mark up front, that's where the shadiness comes in. They tell him after he's already spent hours working on the Myers house. That's where the frustration comes from. Now one of the things that didn't make sense to me was deleting the entire project because you had a falling out with one team member. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Just because one team member talks bad about you on Twitter, you're gonna delete this project that was growing rapidly in popularity. I mean, I looked at their Twitter one day, they had like 200 followers. I looked on the Twitter the next day, they had like 1,200. So they were growing pretty fast in popularity, and it made absolutely no sense. But so we got a little bit more clarity of that, as well as we figure out, is the project officially dead or not? So I reached out to the developer team on email, the one that they provided me with, just to give them a chance to defend themselves. I didn't like that my previous video was just talking bad about them constantly when they didn't have a chance to respond. So I wanted to offer that chance as well, give them a platform. This is what they actually replied back to me with. They said, "Hi Anthony, we're sorry to hear that the news worries you. Know that we acted prudently. Despite the concerns with one of the modelers of the group, this is not the reason that triggered the total deletion of the project. Indeed, all social medias, including the project, have been deleted. The reason is that we want to resume the project from scratch without being on the Halloween license, because yes, it takes time and a lot of work. In addition, we prefer to let a bigger studio take care of the Halloween project rather than us, a group of enthusiasts. Yes, you will hear they are liars, thieves, scammers, but to be honest with you, I prefer to be insulted by a thief or a scam artist rather than have legal copyright issues. This is the mistake we made. So we are sorry if we created a huge upheaval, but we had no choice. We want to start all over again. In addition, the project was not 100% confirmed and was not sure to see the light of day due to rights. These scam stories from Mark Miller have been changed, exaggerated, and that does not matter to us. It's the internet after all. Everything is easy. To answer your question, whether or not the project was simply to raise money and disappear overnight, no, absolutely not. No money from the funders was used. We removed Patreon for this reason, to prevent fans from paying for a project that is canceled and then in parentheses modified somehow. They will pay nothing per month from Patreon. I hope I could enlighten you on the subject. So yes, Halloween the game is canceled and we prefer to leave room for a bigger team. A bad for a good after all. And thank you Anthony for your support. We appreciate it. You are free to make your own opinion." Now, I'm still, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit confused. As far as they kind of brush off the whole Mark Miller thing, just saying that the stories have been changed. You know, it's not exactly 100% true, and honestly, we won't really know. Only Mark and the dev team will know that. From my personal opinion, I've only really seen one story. Apparently, there was a ton of people in the Discord who witnessed this. I am not one of them. It seems they are now finally listening to the fact that they might not get the rights, so that they just don't. I think that they weren't expecting as much popularity as they was. Weirdly, I think now that they're seeing how much the Twitter and all the social medias were growing, how much support they were growing, they were realizing, holy shit, you know, this is serious. What if we don't get the rights? We're gonna let down all these people, kind of thing like that. And it's a really weird situation that I would love to know what you guys think down below. Let's get discussion going down in the comments. We live stream every single weekend. Follow all the social medias. Tweet me at AnthonyJoiner. Follow the Discord to join the community. Mark is also in the Discord, and he's very open, so if you guys want to talk to him, link down below, as well as check out the merch, the dopest merch in the game. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell and join the dopest community here on YouTube. I'll catch you guys next time. Till then, remember to live happy, stay positive, get your life game up. Alright guys, peace.